Max Verstappen has stirred up the F1 world with surprising news about his future. After an intense triple header, Verstappen took a short break but still got behind the wheel for a demo run in England. He reflected on the first 12 races of the 24 season and shared some unexpected insights. Fans are excited and curious about what's next for the Red Bull star. Max Verstappen has clinched victory at 7 Grand Prix events this year, yet the competition is catching up, making each race more intense and unpredictable. British driver Lando Norris has emerged as a consistent challenger, putting pressure on Verstappen at every turn. Additionally, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton secured a Grand Prix win in 2024, highlighting the increasingly fierce rivalry. Reflecting on this season, Verstappen shared his thoughts during the Goodwood Festival podium interview. "We have had some great years, and this year started off really competitively. Now everyone is catching up a bit. Every race is a proper battle, and I think that will continue for the rest of the season. It's really unknown what is going to happen, and that's great for the sport." Verstappen finds battle beautiful for fans. Max Verstappen has prepared himself for a sustained challenge from several drivers and teams over the second half of the 2024 campaign, saying it is really unknown what will happen as the field continues to converge. Verstappen and Red Bull dominated the start to F1's latest ground effect era of technical regulations, storming to both world titles during the 2022 and 2023 seasons. But they have faced stiffer competition this year. Indeed, 4 different teams and 6 different drivers have won a race so far, with Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren and Mercedes all triumphing via Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton respectively. The winners' diversity showcases the current season's heightened competitiveness and unpredictability. While Verstappen still holds a relatively comfortable championship lead thanks to his supreme consistency, 4 of the last 7 victories have gone to different driver-team combinations, and the Dutchman is excited for more battles ahead. "Every race is a proper battle, and I think that will continue for the rest of the season," Verstappen noted, highlighting the intense and unpredictable nature of this year's competition. "For sure," said Verstappen during last weekend's Goodwood Festival of Speed, when asked if he is enjoying the fact that it's getting closer at the front in F1. "We had some great years. Of course, this year also started off really competitively, and now everyone's catching up a bit. Every race is a proper battle as well, so it's great. I think that theme will continue for the rest of the season, so it's really unknown what will happen, and that's great for the sport." After relatively smooth runs to the title over the last 2 years, Verstappen is embracing the added competition as he looks to make it 4 world titles on the bounce. The heightened challenge brings an element of excitement that he relishes. The Dutch driver, known for his aggressive driving style and relentless pursuit of victory, is now finding joy in the unpredictability of each race weekend. "I mean, in general, it's just great to have so many fantastic drivers in F1 and making it difficult to win," the 26-year-old went on to comment. "I think everyone was waiting for that, and that's definitely what F1 fans want. To have this is great between so many different teams as well. It's going to be a great rest of the year." Max's future. Despite being on a contract at Red Bull that runs to the end of 2028, Verstappen's future at the team has been the subject of on-off speculation all season. Tensions arose at the start of the year following an investigation into Christian Horner, and a public pursuit from Mercedes, who are searching for a replacement for Lewis Hamilton, added fuel to the fire. In the latest show of interest from Red Bull's rivals, Mercedes-Benz chairman Ola Källenius told Sky Germany at last week's Spanish GP that Verstappen would look good in silver. However, team boss and co-owner Toto Wolff subsequently stated there were not any ongoing talks with the triple world champion. Christian Horner has repeatedly asserted that there is no doubt Verstappen would remain with Red Bull. Nonetheless, the persistent rumors about a potential move in 2025 have not entirely dissipated. After this weekend's Austrian GP, Verstappen was asked whether he wanted to finally put the speculation to bed by confirming he was staying put. Verstappen addressed the speculation head-on. I am fully committed to Red Bull. We have achieved a lot together, and I am focused on continuing that success. The rumors are just that, rumors. My contract is until 2028, and my goal is to win more championships with this team. He emphasized his dedication to the team, noting, "Red Bull has been my home for years, and we have built something incredible here. I have no intention of leaving, and I am excited about the future with Red Bull." I think I've said this before. Naturally, of course, people are talking, but it's most important just that we just have a very competitive car for the future, said Verstappen, who is leading this year's World Championship by 69 points. At the moment, of course, it is very tight, but we are working very well as a team to try and improve more. For sure, I said this already with the team. We are working and focusing also on next year to try and be competitive again. When asked if that meant he would leave Red Bull if his car was not the fastest by the end of the year, Verstappen responded, "I don't think that's how Formula One works, where then suddenly you could say, 'Well, bye guys, it's not how it works.' I've got a long contract with the team. I'm very happy where I'm at, and like I said before, we are focusing already on next year with things that we can implement on the car. So, I guess that should say enough of where I'm driving next year." Verstappen was then later asked to give a direct yes or no answer about whether he would still be at Red Bull in 2025. "You didn't get that out of my answer before," he replied with a smile. "I mean, okay, yes, but that's what I said. We are already working on next year's car. When you are very focused on that, you are also driving for the team." Toto Wolff has previously described Verstappen as his #1 target to replace the Ferrari-bound Hamilton, although it has always appeared more likely, at least for 2025, that Mercedes will ultimately promote their promising junior driver Kimi Andrea Antonelli, who turns 18 in August, to the vacant seat next to George Russell. But with Antonelli midway through his maiden F2 season, already under a Mercedes junior contract, Wolff has insisted he will not rush their final driver decision for 2025. Wolff said last week, "No driver decision has been made. I said we want to keep this decision as long as possible because who knows what will happen." One theory as to why Verstappen, who is understood to have a break clause in his long-term Red Bull contract linked to Helmut Marko's continued presence at the team, could be considering his options for the future, is the major looming change in engine regulations coming to F1 in 2026. Red Bull, in partnership with Ford, is developing its own F1 engine for the first time, whereas Mercedes, which dominated the early years of F1's current hybrid power unit era from 2014, has a proven track record in producing competitive engines for different regulations. Asked what he was hearing about Red Bull's progress for 2026 and his involvement in their preparation work, Verstappen said, "Of course, I'm not the one designing the engine, but I find it incredibly important, of course, to know the basics, basically, and see where the project is headed. The team has hired a lot of good people, and honestly, the only thing that I can say about it is that everyone is pushing flat out to try and make it the fastest engine possible." Verstappen's involvement goes beyond just being a driver. He actively participates in discussions and keeps abreast of the development process. "I like to be involved with the discussions. It's a very exciting project for the whole team. And yeah, I do no doubt everyone is trying their best, and we have to wait and see, of course, how everything will be." He expressed confidence in the team's capabilities and commitment to the new engine project. "From what I can see at the factory when I've been around, they have all the tools that they need to make it a success, and hopefully, of course, it will be." So what do you think of the major bombshell by Verstappen on Formula One's future? Comment below and subscribe for more.